to Koh Kut because we thought it might be empty, and now we actually don't know how to deal with it. Got the beaches all to ourselves.
Sorry, I think you're on my swing. Can I just
Why?
quickly...
Why does this work?
That's much better.
Hi, I'm Zoe.
And I'm Simon. And since our first trip together over a decade ago, we've taken every opportunity we can get to travel, explore new countries and try new food.
This year, we left our jobs and rented out our flat to start a new long-term trip, beginning in Asia, where we'll be diving deep into the multitude of cultures and cuisines.
This island really forces you to calm down and relax, because basically the main things to do here are ride around on a scooter and check out new beaches and eat food.
And explore 2 waterfalls, or maybe
Yes.
even more. We've been to a few beaches here on Koh Kut now, and we've got the feeling that all of the beaches on this island are just beautiful, and you can't really say which one's the best. It just really depends on your preferences. Like, do you like it when there are some resorts and bars around so you can just sit in the shade, or do you like it to be more secluded so that you're basically on your own and just surrounded by nature? Yeah, so we don't even know yet which one is the best for us, but I think we need to visit some more beaches to find out.
Well, finding a beach can be a little bit confusing because they're often named after a big resort or hotel that's sitting on the beach, and so you have to basically intrude a little bit and walk through the resort, and yeah, it feels a little bit illegal sometimes, but
I don't think it is.
it's not. Yeah, I think this is just the way you have to do it.
I think this is the best beach when it comes to the water, like the clearness. It's just crisp.
So as with all islands here in Thailand and pretty much everywhere in Thailand, wearing a helmet while riding your scooter is mandatory, but most people see it here as kind of optional, but we don't. And it's not uncommon to see motorcycle or scooter crashes here, and looking a little bit ridiculous is definitely worth not going to the hospital, I think. So put on a helmet.
I mean, we got some really trash helmets, but...
Some consider it a essential fashion element. I think it suits me very well, and yeah, it's pretty stylish. You never really know what you're gonna get when you walk past these resorts to the beach. It's like a Kinder surprise egg. You slowly unwrap it.
I think it's looking good. I see water,
Yeah.
and I see sand. I also see a lot of grass.
And palm trees.
I wonder if this is really the only way to this beach, because you have to walk quite a long time through this field. But if it is, it may be empty. So
Like all
that
the
would
other
be
ones.
good. Yeah, just like all the other ones.
Well, mostly the ones that are further down south
Yeah.
and more hidden.
Yeah. But the place we're staying at is also in the south. It's like a bungalow we're staying at, but it's more on the budget side. But it's nice. It's just not directly at the beach, so that's why we're just like squeezing through all of the resorts. It's just amazing. There's no one around. It's just hard to believe.
Yeah, I mean, these beaches are some of the nicest we have ever seen, and we've pretty much got them all to ourselves. I think we'll just stroll around here until the sun sets.
Maybe I'll have a swim.
Today we want to drive to a beach called Secret Beach, which is not supposed to be so secret anymore as they are building a giant resort on that beach, but it's still supposed to be really great and the resort isn't finished yet. So I think it's still maybe a quiet oasis and we want to check that out.
This is Secret Beach and that's the resort they're building. Quite interesting to see. Also a bit sad because this beach is not gonna be a secret anymore. Alright, shall we take the keys this time or shall we leave them again like usually? This is a really nice beach. It's a bit more natural, like there are trees and water everywhere and yeah, it's just no bars or anything around yet. And nobody's here as far as we can see. But I think we still have to walk a bit to get to the best spot, so let's check that out. But even though it's a really beautiful beach, you cannot hide the fact that there's trash lying around everywhere. Like, there's a lot. But we brought some bags to bring some home with us. Or maybe put it into a trash can if we find one.
There's already furniture in there, so I think it's only a matter of time until this resort opens up.
I think the boats are just shipping tour groups here.
Well, so it's also
really
not a secret right now, yeah.
But actually, who cares? I mean, it's still a really, really nice beach. It looks fantastic and I'm very happy to go into the water here. We feel like we've rested enough and we're quite hungry. So we wanted to see if we can find any good street food places here on the island, because until now we've mainly eaten at restaurants and we're just curious what we can find. And it's starting to rain, so we should probably leave the beach right now. So we just stopped here in the middle of the road because they are doing skewers here on the grill and it smells good, so we're trying some.
These pieces have been marinated for quite a while and then grilled. Pretty easy and straightforward, but the smell is super nice and I think they're very crispy as well. It's got a nice flavor, and from grilling the meat has got this chewy texture, almost a little bit like some jerky meat. And we also got this nice bonus piece of meat, and I have no idea what this is. It's not got a meaty kind of texture, more like a, you know, potato kind of texture. So this could very well be liver, but the taste is actually really nice.
Next up we have some noodles and it's with pork as far as we understood. Because we have got a slight language barrier here, but it's no problem. I think we ordered one with egg noodles and one with rice noodles, and then also 2 different broths, but we will see. Every time I get my dish, I get a little nervous moment because one time I said sawadika instead of kohkood, so I said hello instead of thank you. Like, those are the 2 phrases we know, and it was a bit embarrassing. So now every time I'm like, thanks Zoe, get this right. And yeah, but it was a success again.
I managed to say the right word.
I managed. Noodles are cooked to perfection. I like slightly al dente, but it's perfect. And the broth is nice. It's garlicky, but probably not as rich as the one Simon has ordered.
So first I'm gonna add a little bit of chili to it, as is customary here. Okay, and maybe a little bit more chili. And I already tasted the broth and it is really nice. I like it when the broth is really flavorful and has got some complexity to it. Not that the chicken broth doesn't, but this has a little bit more oomph, I would say. This is what happens when you add too much chili to your broth. Tastes super good though.
now at Koh Kood's biggest waterfall. It's called Klong Chao, and the way here was quite easier than to most of the beaches we've been to. And it also has a lot of water right now. Like, we talked to some people yesterday and the day before who said it doesn't have much water, so it's not really worth it to come, but as it has rained all of the night and also till noon, we thought it might be a good opportunity to see it with some more water. Also, it's a lot fuller here than at those beaches, which is a bit surprising. And it's quite nice. Fresh.
We are now searching for a legendary mammoth tree that's supposed to be over 500 years old, and it's one of 2 mammoth trees here on the island. And you take this path into the woods, and now we are faced with a blockade at the end of the road, and I think we now have to venture off into the jungle to see the tree.
This looks like a dead end.
Okay, but you know, for some people it's an obstacle, and others see a challenge in it. You know, in life you have to overcome challenges just to, yeah, this is a dead end. Yeah.
Yeah. This is it. I don't know if it seems that massive on video or on a picture, but it's humongous. No jokes? Really?
No jokes. As it rained the whole night today, and also pretty much until noon, all smells very damp here, which is super nice in the forest because there are all kinds of nice smells, but it also means there are all kinds of nice mosquitoes here, and I think they're eating us alive.
Definitely.
And apparently, as the trees are large here, so are the snails.
And this is the second tree. This is a little less spread out from the roots. It's slowly getting dark, and this all gives this whole forest and the tree a really ominous feeling to it. And it's just really mind-blowing to imagine that people in medieval ages basically could have also chilled at this tree. It was a little bit smaller back then, but you know, they could have visited the tree the same as we are now, thinking about life and about all of the mosquitoes that are biting them.
And with that, our time on Koh Kut came to an end. It's safe to say that it's become one of our favorite islands in Thailand. If you are planning on visiting Koh Kut, check the video description for our thoughts on each of the beaches we visited. And we'll see you in the next one.